Hi everyone, I am here with a Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Waiting on Sherm to get ready here. And I'll get all you guys ready. Okay. Today we're going to be reading Matthew chapter 22, verse 34. Reading through chapter 23, verse 12. We'll be reading Psalm 27, verses 7 through 14. And Proverbs chapter 6, verses 27 through 35. Okay, so let's get started with Matthew.
What?
Matthew
what?
22, verse 34. Reading through 23, verse 12. You got it? You got it? Okay. But when the Pharisees had heard that he, Jesus, had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. So now they're going to try to gang up on Jesus here, try to stump him together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, you know how they like to drill people, right? Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting Jesus, and saying, Master, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. While the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them, saying, What think ye of Christ? Whose son is he? They say unto him, The son of David. So now Jesus is going to drill them. They never know what they're getting into when they mess with Jesus, do they? They think they're going to get him, but Jesus gets them every time. And like I said, it makes them more furious. Jesus is not afraid of them. He knows what's going to come out of their mouth before they even say it. And that's the truth. He knows what's going to come out of our mouth before we say it. Anyway, sorry. They said, the son of David. And Jesus says, He saith unto them, How then doth David in spirit call him Lord, saying, The Lord said unto my Lord, Sit thou on my right hand, till I make thine enemies thy footstool. If David then call him Lord, how is he his son? And they were like, looking at each other, I'm sure, like, are you going to answer? What do you think? Do you know what to say to him? Do you know what to say to him? What are we going to say? And they said, And no man was able to answer him a word, neither durst any man from that day forth, they ask him any more questions. They dared not ask him any more questions from that day. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not be ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. They tell people what they should do and try to make it hard on others and make you feel bad for not doing something or doing something, but yet they don't stick to their own laws. They're exempt from it, so to speak. But all their works they do for to be seen by men. They make broad their philanthropies, and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues. Whatever they do, they just do for show, to get attention from the people, to look important. They want the people to think they're important and to show them respect. That's all they care about. And greetings in the marketplaces, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not ye called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. Neither be called minister or masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. All right, guys, and that's where we're going to stop with Matthew today. And now we are going to go on to Psalm 27, verses 7 through 14. Let me know when you're ready. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me and answer me. When thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, I will seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in the plain path, because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Amen. And now we're going to finish up with several Proverbs today. Chapter 6, verses 27 through 35. About 9 of them. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can one go up on hot coals and his feet not be burned? So he that goeth into his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steal to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he be found, he shall restore sevenfold. He shall give all the substance of his house. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroy his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. Amen. Once again, talking about adultery. All right, guys, that was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your hearts. Can you believe it's February 3rd already? I had a stack of now to go out to, and you walked off and forgot it. Had it all laid out, ready to go.
Should have told me.
Well, you went out too fast. All right, guys, the question, there it is. The question for last night was, people look on the outward appearance, but what does God look on? And the answer you should have came up with is the heart. God looks up on your heart, not your outward appearance. He made you. He knows what you look like. God looks to your heart. What is on your heart? What did Jesus say? It's not what goes into a person that makes them unclean. It's what comes out that makes them unclean. For what comes out is in your heart. People say what they mean. It's on their heart. If something good comes out, they mean it from their heart. If something bad comes out, they mean it from their heart. That's how they feel. In their heart. Okay, we got one more question on this page. If you know the Lord's Prayer, which starts, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. If you know the Lord's Prayer, you should get this question. If not, you can look it up as well. What food do we ask God to give us in the Lord's Prayer? What food do we ask the Lord to give us in the Lord's Prayer? That is your question for tonight. If you know the Lord's Prayer or you want to look it up, that's an easy one. There's only one food that we ask for in that prayer. It's a simple food. Okay. Let's go over our prayer requests. Please pray for Lonnie Doles Jr. and family. Jimmy Myers, he should be working today. They want him to come back to work. They wasn't going to have him work until the summer, but he was such a good worker and they liked him so well, they wanted him to come in today to help them again. And plus fill out an application. I'm not sure when they'll want him to come back after today. But of course, he was super excited about it. That's all Jimmy wants to do is, help people. He wanted to volunteer. He didn't even want to get paid for it. But, they're having him work and he's going to get paid for it. He just he loves helping people. And he wants to, take care of himself. And he just turned 19 in January. He's still in school, he's doing homeschool now. But he's still in school. He don't graduate till May. Still, he still lives at home and everything. Sherman Crabtree, Rhonda Karshner and Abby Myers, Layla and her son Emil, Michelle Watkins, Judy Thompson, Sydney and Jim Welsh. They gave Jim antibiotics and stuff again. Antibiotics, steroids, and some cough syrup. At the doctor again today. They've been doing this for months now, though, and he hasn't got better. It keeps coming back. So I'm not sure how this is going to work because it just keeps coming back. So please pray that this works and it doesn't come back again this time, or that another doctor figures out what's going on. Dora Carper, Garnet Boyer and Jim Mitchell, Melody Stanley, Linda Thacker and April Thacker, Barb Post, Randy Post. My sister said Dad was dizzy and not able to eat. I've been messaging her, and my dad's girlfriend, trying to keep track of how he's doing and everything. But Melly said my sister said that he's sore, Dad's sore, which of course, I'm sure he really is. And Dad's not one to want to take it easy. He always has to be working. He always thinks he has to be working and doing stuff for everybody else. He's not one to take it easy, so I'm sure he's probably already, I would not be surprised if Dad didn't go back to work or want to go back to work the same day. That's just how he is. He can't stand it if he misses a day of work. And if he's not working, which is usually every single day of the week, he's out helping people do other things. Even if he works all day and night, he'll still squeeze in time to go help somebody if they need it. I mean, he never takes time for himself for anything. I mean, doing this surgery was time for himself. And that's because it had to be done. please keep our cousin Dave Hemrick in your prayers. He had surgery today. I seen where Judy put on that he had surgery today, but his won't get to come home. I'm guessing probably where he broke his collarbone. They're probably doing surgery on it, I'd say. But he's going to get to come home today as well. And Sammy and Paco. Dave was in a semi-accident here a while back, a few days ago. Is so lucky because we seen that wreck when they had it posted online, the video of it. He drives a log truck and that thing looked horrible. It even showed him pulling him out of the semi. It showed everything on there. And his truck was all like rolled over and smashed and it looked awful. But he was, thankfully, had a lot of people praying for him. And our big hospital here transferred him to an even bigger hospital. But thankfully, with all the prayers and everything, he ended up with just a broken collarbone. That had to be from the prayers, if you would have seen that truck. Okay guys, so that was everything for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.